Hey everybody, Miss Dietrich here. We're looking at question number 10, which looks a little intimidating, a little confusing, so let's just break it down and try to figure this out together, shall we? It says, select an equation that can be used to solve 7/10 divided by 2/3. Select all that apply, which means we're probably going to be checking off more than one box. Now, the first thing I recommend that we do is let's find what 7/10 divided by 2/3 is, and recall that when we're dividing, we have to multiply by the reciprocal of the divisor. So that means we're going to keep the 7/10, change this to multiply, and change the 2/3 to its reciprocal. And let's go ahead and find out what that equals. Now, we don't have any reducing opportunities, so we'll go right across. 7 times 3 would give us the 21, and 10 times 2 would be 20. And I think even though this is an improper fraction, it'll be easier for us to recognize which one of these we want to go with if we leave it in this format. All right, so let's take a look at choice A and figure out if we were going to go ahead and fill in this box, would we get this green value or something that's equal to it? And if we went ahead and did this, 7 times 2, wouldn't that be 14? And 10 over 3 would be 30. And we have to ask ourselves, is 14 over 30 somehow equal to 21 over 20? And we might come to the conclusion that it's not, so therefore we would reject that one. All right, now this one, in class, we talked about how to use algebra to solve these kinds of things. So let's just write it with the variable n in the place and talk about how we would solve that. If we rewrote this as 7/10 n equals 2/3. In class, we talked about how you multiply both sides of an equation by the reciprocal of the coefficient. This is the coefficient. It's what's being multiplied with the variable. The reciprocal of that would be 10/7. And we would multiply that on both sides of the equation to keep it balanced. And this would cancel out, and so would the tens. It would all equal 1, and 1 times n is n. And if we go ahead and solve this times this would be 20, and this times this would be 21. Now that looks very appealing because we have the same digits. We have a 20 and a 21. We have a 20 and a 21, but they're in the wrong order. This is actually the reciprocal of this. So because that's true, we're going to go ahead and reject that. Now let's take a look at choice. I think I want to skip ahead because I think you'll be okay figuring out if C and D actually equals 21/20. So let's take a look at how you might use algebra on choice E to either pick it or eliminate it. So if we use algebra for this, we're looking at 2/3 times some number equals 7/10. We would multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient. So the reciprocal of this is 3/2. And let's put it over here, 3/2. And this would all cancel out. The 3's would cancel out. The 2's would cancel out. It would all equal 1, and 1 times n is n. And let's look at what we would get here. 7 times 3 is 21. 10 times 2 is 20. And the purple value matches the green value. So if we went ahead and put that number in, we would get the 21 over 20, and that's a match. So because that's true, for number 10, we should go ahead and pick E as a winner. Now, it does say check all that apply, and we're only going to have time for me to help you with the algebra on F because you're going to have to multiply these values and see if you get this number, and if you do get it, then you're going to pick that as well. But let's just take a look at the algebra on choice F. So this is 3/2, again, being multiplied by some number, so I'm just going to put the n over here, equals 7/10. And when we're solving for n, we want to multiply both sides of the equation by the reciprocal of the coefficient, which is right here. Reciprocal of this, we just flip it around, that becomes 2/3, and then we multiply over here by 2/3. Now, this all cancels out. This equals n, and we need to see if this is going to give us the magic number, which is right here. If we do this times this, we get 14. And if we do this times this, we get 30. We might even consider simplifying before. And if we simplify before, reduce by 2, we can either reduce before or reduce after. 7 times